Okay, so now that we have a project loaded up, or in this case a template, let's go ahead and check out our edit menu so that we can get our preferences in line and start out with the best foot forward. As you'll see here under the devices menu, you have all the devices listed that are connected to your computer. By checking or unchecking these little tick boxes, you can either add or take them away from your input and output drivers. Next, let's go to driver settings to make sure that our bit depth and our sampling rate matches what our audio interface can handle so that we're not having any audio issues there. Under playback and recording, you need to make sure that your driver mode is set up properly as well. Whether you're using ASIO or MME, you need to make sure that that's selected. Also, for plugin load balancing, I like to use this because it basically takes all of the plugins that are on every track within the project and balance out the load instead of one particular track that may have 10 plugins versus another track that has 2 plugins taking up more of the load. Basically what this will do is allow your computer to run smoother and cause less audio dropouts as well. One of the other things that's notable to mention is your MIDI devices. You need to make sure that all of those are selected, your inputs and outputs, as well as your instruments are selected within here, or control surfaces if you're actually using them as well. For folder locations, this is a very needful area to make mention of because if I am looking for a certain thing, such as maybe my plugin layouts, if I click on this box over here, it'll take me straight to the area where that is found on my desktop within my C drive in this case. And if you can't find something sometimes, like for instance where your WAV files are going or where your video files are going, you can always go to this menu here to find that. Also, it's good to note that you can actually set these to go in custom places. For instance, my video files, I could set it to go to my desktop instead of just the generic C drive. If we go to the record option, we can set this to comping, overwrite, or sound on sound. Each one of these has their strengths and weaknesses. I like to leave mine on comping, as it is not only the default, but it's also the one that I choose to use the most. If we go to display, we can actually set up any variety of things as far as showing the start screen on startup, showing tooltips, things of this nature. And then if we go to themes, this is one area that is really cool for Cakewalk that is not applicable to other DAWs, and that is with the Cakewalk theme editor that you can download as an extra add-on from the BandLab Assistant window. You can completely customize your DAW however you would like it. In this instance, you can set it up as the Mercury theme, the Tungsten theme, which are built in, or you can even make your own, which, as in this case, I've set it up to where my website logo, or my website name rather, is just under the transport. So this has been a quick overview of the preferences menu, how to get set up with the best foot forward. I hope this was helpful. We'll move on next to some of the in-depth features that it has.